We are live. We are live. What is up, Heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero War Central, and in today's video, I want to talk about Helios. I have not liked Helios at all. Not a fan. Not a fan of Helios. I said it. I'm not a fan of Helios. That's okay. We'll pull this up here real quick. Get this going. Mute. Lim, Buck, welcome to the live stream. Skip ads. Arcana says blasphemy. Cesar, welcome to the live stream. Gary, welcome back. Purrit, welcome back. Welcome back. It is Friday. It is not free to play Friday. It is pay to win Friday. It is pay to win Friday. No, I'm kidding. We're going to do a free-to-play video this afternoon. We're doing a free-to-play video this afternoon. Did you guys check my my Arachne video? You guys see the Arachne video? Dimitris says TGIF. Indeed, indeed. Recommend a skin, artifact, and glyph for Helios. Let's do that. I actually do love Helios. I think Helios is absolutely amazing because Arcana said this yesterday. And I want to quote Arcana as I often do. Anytime a hero counters an entire stat, in fact, I feel like I should make a TikTok about this. Anytime a hero counters an entire stat, you should level that hero. You should level that hero. Recommend a skin, artifact, and glyph. Skin, artifact, and glyph for Helios. Let's go take a look at Helios. Oh, I don't have him summoned on this account. I'll switch accounts. So, Helios doesn't have magic penetration natively, so you need to level up his magic attack first. That would be my recommendation. Chris Cornett, welcome back to the live stream. Federico, David, the Arachne video was blasphemy. Blasphemy. He's my backup on my free-to-play account. Why was it blasphemy? Getting Arachne Soul Stones is a pain in the back. Both magic attack skins at the same time? Yes, yes. Dave Clapham says, good evening, Charlie. Good evening. Melissa, welcome back to the live stream. Good to see you. I've got him as one of my main heroes, but it really depends on the type of battle or level you are facing. Correct, correct. So Helios. Let's take a look at Helios more in detail here. Where are you, Helios? I have you leveled up. Here we go. Here we go. Magic attack skins. If you can get his gladiator skin, I'm sorry, his champion skin from the Guild War vendor, then this is probably my favorite of his skins. The devil skin kind of freaks me out a little bit. Reminds me of the movie Hellraiser. And then the romantic skin, it's a little over the top for me. Same with glyphs. Level up that magic attack. Parrot says, champion skin of Helios is too good. Yeah, by far my favorite looking skin. Hits when the enemy crits. Finkelzo, I should pay you to copyright for me. What do you think about that? Time to talk about the Golden Boy. If you level magic attack on Helios, how do you keep him alive? He is so squishy. Well, you got to invest in his artifacts. You got to invest in his artifacts. That's what you got to do. Right? You want to keep his intelligence pretty high. You want to keep that intelligence high, of course, so he doesn't get crit too hard. I thought Helios is a female. Helios is a very pretty man. Mira, welcome back to the live stream. Thank you so much for joining. John Knox, howdy. Oh, Dave, your virus. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Okay, all right. Looks like the enemy leader from the movie 300 with that skin. Ooh, yeah. What is his name? I can't remember his name. William Johnson, how's it going? B. Doran says 7. Hey, I made it. Lewis, welcome back to the live stream. So Arcana, did you not like the video because because I was suggesting spending, or I'm sorry, selling the soul stones. Like, I get it. I do get it. You shouldn't sell soul stones. You should not. Xerxes. Thank you, John Knox. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Movie's awesome, by the way. I love the art style of that movie and all of the movies done by that individual. The Brad Pitt of Hero Wars. Is Helios really any good? You know, I would recommend leveling him up in unless you're building that Dorian Orion Helios core. I consider him like a 7 through 10 hero, Mira. This is Sparta. Love that movie. Second movie, not so much. Why does he have such a big head? Oof, I don't know. Poor art design. Poor art design, I guess. What am I doing? So, does anybody have an argument against Helios? I feel like there will be a time when we won't get Boxy Gift as awesome as we do right now. I feel like in the last week, we've gotten a bunch. Like, there's been a big spike. There's been a big spike in subscribers. I feel like it was just maybe in the last 10 days that we got the 300K live stream. Was that last week? That wasn't last week, was it? Hybrid says the music is great. Yeah, I found an awesome album, an awesome copyright-free album that I wanted to try out. It's banging. Craig Rich says, why is Helios so good against Yaz? Helios is good against Yasmin because Yasmin's kit is built around critical hits, and Helios does a great job at countering physical attacking heroes and countering critical hit heroes. Mira says, really? Because I talked about it with Yasmin guy from our guild, and we really treat him like a non-factor. So are we talking super, super high end game, Mira? I feel like if you do what you need to do to protect Yasmin, you'll probably be fine. But he might be, you know, kind of like how I consider Anvari a non-factor as my Kark team. Just got into a gold guild called Hero Wars Central Server 50. You are not Server 50, are you? No. That guild was created as a tribute. As a tribute to me, of all things. DC Williams, welcome back to the live stream. Good to see you. Good to see you. It's good to see a lot of familiar faces. I got no sleep last night. I got no sleep. Not only did we wake up at 5:30 this morning, but we also got woken up by the puppy at like 2 a.m. Still having some trouble with all that, but I'm feeling pretty good. Having a good day. And Var doesn't start cock on Facebook, really? Yeah, he doesn't. Helios is great in auto fights, not so in manual. That is not the greatest guild in the world. It's just true. Coming in with the Tenacious D. I love it. I love it. Unfortunately, you just demonetized my live stream, so it is what it is. Can you please tell me when it's going to be the next Martha event? Girish, I unfortunately have no idea. I have no idea. Graham Caucus says, how can you wake up if you didn't sleep last night? Well, you got to. As a parent, you got to. You got to dig deep, find a way. Those kids got to get on the bus. They got to get on the bus. Got to get on the bus. So Mira, by the way, Mira in the chat, if you guys are on YouTube, you're not seeing Mira's chat because he's viewing from Facebook. Mira, I consider a pretty high end player. He's the one that showed me the Aurora combo with Leon back when Leon was reworked, and I'm forever grateful for being shown Leon. Fantastic player, and he says that Helios is a non-issue for high level Yasmins. So I'm really curious. Cocus. Sorry, Graham. Sorry about that. Pramod Mishra says, any Hero Soulstone event coming up for Facebook? So we typically don't get Hero Soulstone events on Facebook unless there's a new hero or a reworked hero. typically. Show me the light. The guy with the fully evolved cane. Yeah, I think that's the same person that I refer to with the fully evolved cane. Virus says that's what alarm clocks are for. Get one for the kids. Let them be. Well, they're 7. They're 10 and 7. So 10 and 7. I can't count on them to be independent. What'll happen is they get up and they'll start playing their Xbox. They'll start playing Fortnite, and they don't eat breakfast, and they don't brush their teeth, and oh, this team is weak. Fight Club, I know that you are. There's a couple members of Fight Club in my community. Let's see. Got an enemy Kark team here. Helios is weak by himself, so a team who hits the back line will rapidly hurt Helios, Ginger, Galahad, Kira too. Okay. Next Facebook Hero Wars event. Lim, so right now we have Intertwining Elements. It's a Titan artifact event, and the next event after this is a quiz, the Strongford Quiz. The Strongford Quiz is a good event. It's not an amazing event. I wouldn't spend any money on it. Get that off. So that Kark just went off, and he barely did any damage to my team, so they're in trouble. They're in trouble. His Luther made the jump. Go ahead and speed up my team. I'm going to wait for Kark. I'm going to wait to use Kark's ability until my Faceless is ready, even though I probably don't need to wait. There we go. My Kark just ate a revive. Oh, well. Big hits. Why is the fight so slow? I have it on slow mode. I don't do it full speed. Ever since one of you heckled me about not paying attention to my Guild Wars, I really started paying attention to Guild Wars. The quiz is mostly free to play, but it has some decent rewards. I'm excited about it. I'm really looking forward to getting the Josephine avatars. They're pretty cool. I like them a lot. Is it better to build Leon or Helios for my Kark team against Kira teams? Useless ADC, you're going to have a hard time against Kira teams no matter what you do. Of the two, Leon is going to be a little bit broader of a counter, because Helios will only counter the Kira teams that use Jet and Sebastian, right? Because without Jet, Kira's not going to crit, which means Helios isn't going to counter. So I would recommend, if you're picking a hero to level up for a Kark team to counter Kira, to try to counter Kira teams, I would say Leon. But at the same time, I mean, they're both handy. A lot of people use Helios in the back instead of Martha. A lot of people do. And I get it. Jew and Darkstar can deal with Helios fairly easily. Okay. We're going to mention that. We're going to mention that in the tier list video going live tomorrow. For heckling. Yeah, I mean, I should pay attention. I should pay attention to Guild War. It is what it is. I'm actually in a pretty good mood for being so tired. I got a really good workout in this morning. Real heavy leg workout. I would go with neither. Jet Sebastian countering Kira teams, personally. That's slacker talk. If you're a champion, probably Malik. Tanks are super important. If you have an all-fire team with Hyperion, who to upgrade, Malik or Hyperion? Yeah, I think the tanks are slightly more important. Boss is down. Let's go. Jeremy Meredith, welcome back to the live stream. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. So Virus, who would you suggest instead? Instead of Leon or Helios to counter Kira teams? I would say that Helios ends up a non-factor late game because he's just a counter hero, not a full team hero. The investment in him to keep up is too low. Okay, that's good. I should be writing these down. Helios. Astaroth, Kark, Helios, Sebastian, and Jet against Kira teams on mobile. Okay. Corvus can counter Kira. Yeah. Virus says always run a Dodge team if possible. Man, Dodge has broke the game on Facebook. It's crazy. Crazy. Yes. Stop asking me that. Let's go. Ching Mao, excuse me. Blinds Kira pretty well too. Yep, Ching Mao's strong. What do you consider Helios's most important skills? Well, I guess it depends on how you use him. If you're using him as a counter hero, then it's his Violet ability, right? It's his Violet ability that counters the crits. But if you're going to level up a hero just to be a counter, you need to make sure to, at least keep their skills maxed out. Depends on the rest of the team. Helios is a non-factor in some lineups. He's a major contributor in others, and he doesn't have. So you really need to have magic penetration too if you're using him for damage. Which is why a lot of people put him in the Kark team with Faceless, because Faceless provides magic penetration. That's why he's so good with Orion. Orion provides that magic penetration. More than half of the top 10 arena teams are Dorian, Orion, Helios teams. Yeah. Bob Newton asks, who are the best support heroes for Artemis? Depending on positioning, I would say Dorian, Nebula, Sebastian, Galahad, Ching Mao. I think Ching Mao would be important for Artemis. Is there a Dodge team on video? Yes, Jack Smith, there's a couple. If you just go to my channel and search Aurora, you'll see a video called the Dodge Loophole that Mira actually provided most of the footage for. But I don't think I did a video talking about the Dodge energy change. I think I've just mentioned it a bunch. I'm not gonna do a video about it now because it's so far along. If we say Helios only counter ODH Jorgen tank is not a good attack team, yeah, I think no pseudo. You're missing what I'm trying to say. Orion Helios is good because Orion provides magic penetration and Helios doesn't have magic penetration. Helios does a lot of damage on his own, not necessarily just against critical hit teams. But because of the nature of Helios's abilities, he and the Dorian Orion Helios team is a natural counter to all crit teams, including Kira Blunder teams. What's up, Martin? Did I miss a question? Evil Love, I was running Aurora as a main. Always thought dodge stat were compared to the last game I played. Gave up on Aurora. Too many crit hit from Ishii. Now she's a queen. Got her up to 120. Aurora is awesome. Avoid Helios with your crit hit line. Yes, that is correct. Completely avoid Helios if you're building a crit team. Like Yasmin. Brandon H says, hi Charlie, I recently started playing Hero Wars. Love the channel. Thank you for the kind words. Noticed you are doing this full time, and if you want any suggestions or tips on how to grow your channel, hit me up. Brandon H, I would love any help and feedback you would like to contribute. I would love it. Aurora, Ching Mao, Dante, Nebula, Martha. Virus, is that a Facebook team or a mobile team? Could you use Corvus instead of Astaroth on Kark team to counter Kira on mobile? I've never tested it, Lim. I've never tested it, but it would make sense. It would make sense. The issue that I've always run into with swapping out the tank to counter Kira teams is without Astaroth, my Kark just randomly will die because of the nature of how much damage Kira can put out randomly, because critical hits are random. Often what will happen is my Kark will die, and without having Astaroth to revive, if you're running Rufus as your offensive tank, you can run your crit team right through the Helios Meat Grinder and come out the other side. Do the weapon artifact first. I got to 64 in Grand Arena last night. Ah, congratulations, John. Very active channel today. Yeah, but is it worth even investing in Helios artifacts? I think, Lewis, it depends. It depends. To me, on my main Facebook server, I don't see any crit hit teams. I see hardly any. So I've got Helios leveled up, but I haven't really invested in them. RPG Holic does make a good point as well. Having that armor artifact is essential for surviving Brog. If you had to go out and eat tacos with 2 Hero Wars heroes, which one would you choose? I think it would be probably Leon and Thea. Or Leon and Celeste, although Celeste is kind of dual personality, so... Kark, it would be weird, right? I mean, we can go a lot of different directions with this. KS, welcome back to the live stream. I never see Helios Story and Ryan team. Are they actually good? Yes, they are good teams. But you know, with the nature of Hero Wars, there's 50 heroes. So you know, this server right here, the top teams. This is a Yasmin team. This is a crit team. So this team is full of crit teams or counter crit teams, right? That's just a weird team. I'm not sure why Duratan goes with this team. I just do not understand people, high-level players using Ginger. It just depends on your server. That's why I hate saying, like, people put... Okay, so there's a lot of new YouTubers recently that are putting out like top team videos, and man, a lot of those teams just don't work. They just don't work on certain servers. Red Froz, I don't understand that. What language is that? So I can Google it. Would Kark eat fish tacos instead? I'm not sure what Kark would eat. Tank Kira ODH Phoenix Ablaze, yes. So the tank Kira ODH is one of the ways to counter certain other teams like Twins. That's French. I'll translate here in a second. Michael Fassbender. Oh, kind of does. Tofu says Hilo reminds me of Michael Fassbender. I love Michael Fassbender, by the way. He's one of my favorite actors. Uber Pianka. Uber, are you here in the live stream? I'm going to attack you. Let's do it. Rahul, there are a couple of heroes that can be immune to pure damage, but not permanently. Shame. Shame. Oh well. Gonna have a hard time with this fight. Tell me hello. Oh, hello. What do I think of Aurora Peppy ODH? I think it would be really good to counter Cleaver Peppy. Pretty strong magic team. Stunning Koala. Ah, I killed your tank. Too bad you're using Rufus. Oh, I didn't kill your tank. I killed your healer. No, that was my healer. I didn't kill any of them. I didn't kill anybody on that team. Well. No, Nishant, we're not doing that. Which heroes can defend Helios? Dorian is great to pair with Helios. Dorian is great. Martha to push him forward, I think. Linton, yes, I saw your question actually earlier this morning, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they could fix that. He wants me to ask Nexters about how weaker Titan teams are able to beat stronger Titan teams because of the nature of how energy works. And it's kind of a shame because you can't backtrack. He's right. Like, you can't backtrack your team. No. That's why you need Nebula to sub for Jorgen? Yeah. I've got Nebula in there. I'm just lazy. Oof, level 2000. Zikri Kunk says, I've always wondered if 4 of the same elemental titans will gain totem energy quicker than 3. I think that it is the case that 4 does gain totem energy faster. How about a video on game level mechanics? So, for example, you can get access to skip the tower fights at level 20. I'm constantly surprised when I get new access. You know, Michael, one of the first video series that I did actually was going through each activity. Might be worth revisiting. So Mira says, because if I had Nebula, you basically headshot Kark before he ults. And that fight probably would have had more of a chance, but they were 20 levels higher than I was. Martha does not push. Martha does or does not push Helios. Do I have a favorite Titan? I think the most overall beneficial is Hyperion, but I don't know. If I had a favorite Titan, like aesthetically, probably Angus. Angus or Sigurd, I'd say. Michael, they're worth revisiting, but what I don't think that I've done a single video covering all activities. I think I've done individual videos for each activity. Caesar says, with 50 soul stones from daily bonus, I'll get my Astaroth to 6 stars. Congratulations. That's quite an accomplishment, that Astaroth. I'm probably going to put mine into Arachne on my main account, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them on this account. Although I think I can actually get a couple of my main team heroes to absolute star doing that right now. Angus because rabbits. It would be useful to list those newbie videos on the website. See, Craig, what I've created a problem with myself in that aspect. So he says it would be useful to list those newbie videos on the website so rookies can run them to get started. I have a hard time with that personally because the whole idea of the channel is to help new players, and I've put out like 500 videos. I'll put out like 500 videos. So it would be hard for me to cherry pick. Melissa, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Magic Attack does not care for level. Nebula buff Celeste is headshot specialist after the faceless lift. Okay, Mira. Okay. Also, Merlin. I'm leveling up my Merlin. I'm leveling my Merlin up. We're working on it. We're working on Merlin. For sure. What do you do? Hyperion with Fire Team can work with Earth Team. Jack Smith, I'm not sure what your question is there. Hyperion with Earth Team 2. Are you asking if Hyperion can work with both? I think so. I think so. I think, in my opinion, in my amateur opinion, when it comes to Titan Facebook fighting, I think you need Hyperion in every team. regardless if you're a fire or an earth team. I think the question comes down to if you're a water team, what Super Titan do you use? Do you use Eden or do you use Araji? I think that's really the only question that matters. But I could be wrong there. Jeremy Meredith says, "Hi Charlie, who do I put with Aurora ODH?" There's a lot you can put in there. You could put in any of the counter heroes. Celeste, Jorgen, Nebula, Sebastian is good. Peppy was mentioned earlier. You can use Leon. You can use you can throw in Thea if you're having trouble with the twins. You can use Kira if you're having trouble with, Kark and certain other teams. I mean, that slot's wide open. That slot's wide open. Arcana, no. You have to type the number 7 in to get access to the free gift. But I appreciate what you're doing there. I love a good troll. What is the best defense for an Earth team? I mean, obviously, are you talking about Facebook or mobile? I guess that's the main question. Faceless with ODH would be good. Yeah, Faceless could be good. Coco and Momo. Good choice. Good choice. You should use Araji. A stronger team against water is Earth, so Araji is more beneficial. Okay. Okay. Miko Stenberg, welcome back to the live stream. It's been a minute. Charlie, a team with Jet, Yasmin, Ishmael, Celeste, Galahad. It could work. That's a lot of physical damage there. And not a lot of healing. I don't know if it would be better than like a Kira team, but Greg Rich, yeah, I would use Satori. I could use Satori against a Jorgen team or a another Orion team, for example. But there are better homes for Satori. Satori is one of those damage dealers that fits both a counter role and a build team around role. So this is the ultimate question that I'm trying to type. I'm trying to figure out. Is Helios? So you guys know my my tier list here. Let me pull it up. You guys know my tier list. At least I hope you do by now. I'm trying to decide for myself if Helios is a water bottle tier hero. That's what I'm trying to decide. Like, could you sub Helios into every team? Obviously, you can build a team around Helios with Dorian, Ryan, Helios, right? Is he purely a counter hero? This is the point of this live stream. Vance, welcome back to the live stream. I want to go make food. We're not doing a giveaway in this live stream. Go ahead and go get some food. Milk crates here. Vitor says water bottle tier. Helios would be great with Aurora or Rufus. His sphere will help absorb PA damage since they are low on armor. Yeah, true. Helios just doesn't output enough damage without Dorian, so for me, he is just more of a counter hero. I think Helios is between water and stop sign. I think he is a stop sign tier. I think so. Milk crate. Some of you are saying stop sign. Some of you are saying milk crate. I say milk crate. He's not really a primary damage dealer to me, so I wouldn't build a team around him. Raging Turnip makes that's a really great debate point. I love that. He fits any team if you face a crit team. He has a solid team build with ODH, so that's more than one role or one use. We did some giveaways earlier this week. No, we didn't do any giveaways this week. I'm actually running low on prizes though, and I want to save some for this live stream next week whenever Nexters is with us. Milk crate, yeah, he doesn't do much against mage teams, stun teams, etc. Water bottle, PvE hero. He's not purely a counter hero. He's one of the highest magic attacks in the game. He just needs magic penetration. You could definitely build around that damage potential. Maybe you should ask if there's a hero that is always better than Helios when you're not using Helios to counter something. Grand counter. Yeah, Epic Gaming, I know what you meant. Hi Charlie, I use my 50 soul stones to 4-star Nebula. I could have 4-starred Helios, then I make a mistake. Absolutely not. Nebula is... Well, I guess it depends on your team, Brian, first of all. But Nebula is one of the most versatile heroes in the game, so... He can be a counter for crit teams, but can also be effective in most any team with an artifact that provides magic penetration. He's like Cornelius' level of utility. Say something. Stelios. There you go. He can be put in any team that faces a crit team because of his lack of DPS. You wouldn't use him in every team. Hydrate. Yeah, definitely hydrate. Definitely hydrate. Helios has utility on every team. Okay. Nebula has no nose. She needs more love. You did just fine her. So between water and stop deserves his own tier. Ooh. Nebula is definitely water bottle. But we're talking about Helios. It's tough. SLR 150. I've got some really bad news for you. I've got some really, really bad news for you. They don't really have much puzzle ads. Lim, thanks for stopping by. Have a good night. Have a good night. Actually, I would never let Helios in a dodge team ever. Okay. Okay. True. True. Stelios, I like you too. Appreciate that. There are 3 puzzles? I only know of 2 work. Maybe you mean Milk Sign tier. Every server I'm on went to Kark and Nebula teams. I don't conform. I love it. I love it, Jack. My main Facebook server is full of Twins teams. So I built Kark. Also, I really love Kark. I just love him. Arcana, you get him in late and he doesn't take out Yasmin and some crit people, but then can't kill a tank. Why can't he be added to any team? Jeffrey Parr. Oh, Jeffrey Parr. We got to go see if we can get Cleaver. What is this? Day 3? Day 4. This is day 4. Day 4, no Cleaver. Sorry, Jeff. Day 4, no Cleaver. Helios utility depends on who you're facing. Resty is good. Andreas, welcome back to the live stream. Like people before me said, Helios has 2 things going for him. One being a stop sign, high magic damage, and the other milk crate. Together, those 2 things make him a water bottle. Yeah, see, Finkelso has it correct. I think in order to keep this simple and not create, 8 tiers, I think the main justification for water bottle is if they fit in both stop sign and milk crate. There's no doubt that he counters heroes. No doubt whatsoever. No doubt. But I mean, you would build the Dora and Orion Helios team, and like it or not, whether or not you consider ODH to be a top tier team, it is a top tier team. It is. That's why he has no place in water bottle. Ah, okay, I gotcha. I actually do like Kark and Nebula since your live streams and videos on them. Thanks for that. Almost was going to not do anything with them. Okay. Definitely stop sign tier. Would you add him to your Kark team? Yeah, Jeffrey, I would. I would drop Martha and add him in. People are forgetting that Helios is also a support hero. It's one of his roles, and his shielding is quite strong. Very true. He fits the definition of water bottle, but not a strong hero. See, that's the Scott K brings up another good point. Since this tier list is not about power level, it's about utility and effectiveness. Just because, you know, he's a weak part of the, you know, Homer Simpson team, which means situational. Will you ever switch from Martha to Helios in your main team? Can you explain pros and cons of Martha versus Helios? Derek Clarkson, great question. So Helios is really effective in Kark teams because of two factors. One, Helios has got high magic attack but has no magic penetration. Faceless provides magic penetration as an artifact, and Faceless is part of the Kark core, right? So you have that going for it, and then you have the anti-physical attack component of Helios, which, while situational, is important. The issue is on my server with my high level Kark team, I don't ever face any crit teams that I have issues with. I always get put up against Galahad teams with Ginger, or Twins teams, or Luther Satori teams, and none of those teams require Helios. I've leveled up my Helios, and I slowly work on my Helios's glyphs and artifacts and all that in case Yasmin all of a sudden starts showing up. But until then, I mean, Martha, I don't know that Martha is a better general choice. Maybe there's another better general choice in there than Martha, but for me, the team works. The team works. Utilitarian tier. Alt of Pen, I would go with magic attack first. Pseudonym says, but if we're going to talk about Helios not being good by himself, what hero is good alone? Even this is another great point. Kark by himself is okay, but it's not until you you add in some additional components to make him very strong. Matthew, welcome to the guild. Welcome to the YouTube guild. Thank you so much for becoming a green skill member. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I think that unlocks me a new emote. Pretty excited about that. Zikri Kung says, I only get put up with Galahad. I thought you... No. My generals assign me to kill Galahad teams because they know I do it for... I do it on my live streams. And they know I like to... They know I like to target Galahad teams, so they do it intentionally. He is good against more than Jesse. Well, I was just using that as an example, Virus. There's not a lot of Daredevil teams. There's not a lot of Artemis teams. There's not a lot of Blender teams on my main server, so that's why I'm not using. And there's definitely no Yasmin teams. Which emotes do I have now? So far, I've got the number 7. I've got a Kark emote, Astaroth, Nebula, Aurora, Kira, Yasmin, and Lian. Seldom says I use Helios as support in my Twins team against Kark. I want to use him in Kark or Satori versus Kira Crit against other Kira Crit, and as a DPS in ODH. Arachne and Heidi are good on their own. They are. I'm actually pretty excited about a new server with Arachne. I am. Aaron Shelley says, for argument's sake, if you call Helios a milk crate hero, how many must-have counter heroes are there? I would argue that Helios would be one of those heroes. I would argue that Cornelius is another one of those heroes. Lian, Corvus, and these are other. I mean, these heroes don't necessarily fall into just milk crates here, but Galahad crying, maybe. Hey Charlie, when Helios has 2 magic attack skins, can you upgrade each to 30 or just focus on one skin? You can upgrade them both, and they capped at 60, I think, not 30. But yeah, you can upgrade them both. Stefan says, who are the best mages to level up? Lars Krista, good choice. You can level up Orion Satori, also a good choice. Obed, welcome back to the live stream. Yeah. There's no. Okay. So there's no Yasmin teams on my server, on my main server, because it's such an old server. Is there a Kark team that can beat Blender team with Helios or any other support? Yes. Yes. Mukindra, I've got a pretty okay Kark counter, or a Kira counter Kark team. A pretty okay team. Reefer Bob, thank you for the kind words. Sebastian, yeah. Zikri Kung says, remind me why Helios is necessary in DOH. So the reason why DOH came about was because the developers made a video. Nexters made a video discussing the effectiveness of Helios and Orion together. And whenever people discovered that Dorian sat right in between them, it just became this core team. As often as mentioned, he's got one of the highest magic attacks in the game, but lacks magic penetration. Maya also is underrated mage. Yep, I agree. I've never leveled up Maya. Mira says, okay, I hear the point people are making about him being a support hero, but do you really need this anti-crit defensive hero with armor artifact for defense? You are basically forcing enemies' hand in what to not attack you with. Is it worth it though? I'd say it depends on if you know who you will be fighting. So, that brings up another good point. A lot of you could argue this two different ways, and I'm gonna quote Tim Davis. I'm gonna quote Tim Davis on something that he mentioned last week. Whenever the Rufus change went into effect, he likes to use Rufus on defense because of the mind games of it. Because people are forced to attack, or they think they have to attack Rufus with a physical team, and then his team is designed. The rest of his team is designed to combat, that physical team. Again, because of the nature of the people that are on his server. There's a lot of Karks on his server. So he builds an anti-Kark team behind Rufus, and supposedly he does well with it. So I can see the point. If the enemy has Helios on defense, I don't attack that team with a crit team. I can just attack it with another team. But if I'm going up against the crit team, maybe I'd want to sub in Helios if I can if I have the room for it. So there's 2 points. But that still makes him situational hero. Yeah. Jackie Chan TR. Sorry. Welcome back to the live stream. Or welcome to the live stream for the first time. Gervais, welcome back to the live stream from France. Good to see you. Girish, hey sir, Charlie, will a server be limited cleaver, or will everyone get cleaver? Everyone can get cleaver, Girish. Everyone can get cleaver. Mick from Egypt. Wow, Egypt. You're the first viewer I think I've had from Egypt. Welcome to the live stream. Hey Charlie, what's your thoughts about the best team where you insert Helios, Orion, and the Undeads? I still plug in Dorian. Ablade says, should I use Aurora, Jorgen, or Astaroth Nebula with ODH? I think both of those are great choices. Christian asks, best team for Helios? I think Kark, Nebula, Faceless, Helios is the best team for Helios. Which Kark team is useful? Can you suggest against Blender? So the best teams that I've had against Blender are Astaroth, Kark, Nebula, Sebastian, Jet. Works on Facebook, but it does not work on mobile. Yeah. Fine Helios team. Helios, Orion, Nebula, Celeste, Astaroth. Even with Merlin on Celeste, Helios damage output almost the same as Orion. Okay, interesting, sir. Interesting. Bigum Steve. Bigum, I'm sorry, I saw you comment earlier, but I apologize for missing it. But I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a 6-star Helios with this event myself. Are Vampirism teams viable? If so, what would one look like? I think Vampirism has been tried a bunch, and it doesn't really work. The Chaos, best counter hero to Helios is Rufus, Darkstar, Jew. Rufus is great, actually. If you want to make a timeout team for Arena, I'd say make Rufus, Anvari, Jorgen, Helios, Martha with Healing Pet. Oh, okay. How well does Yasmin work with Sebastian and Nebula? I think she works pretty well. I mean, Nebula providing. I think that team only works on Facebook though. Well, yeah, Yasmin's only on Facebook. It's a good team. It's a good team. Gervais, no news about Rufus Weirwork on Facebook. No news yet. Sebastian is great with Daredevil. 4 healers plus tank. Drop your tank and add in another damage dealer. Or add in Celeste. That's the best way to do that. That's the best way. Intertwine Elements is the worst event going. It would be better if you gave out Titan Skin Stones instead, as you have to spend 1 bronze token for 5 Skin Stones. That's a good argument. But you got to remember that different people are at different stages of the game. Anita. I like it. I like it on both my accounts because I'm still leveling up my Titan artifacts. Facebook and mobile are considerably different. Yes. Yes, they are considerably different. Can Helios counter Daredevil? Yes. Yes, Helios can definitely counter Daredevil. What is happening here? Sometimes Maya crushes teams. Can you analyze her next? We definitely need to talk about Maya a little bit. We definitely need to talk about Maya some. I haven't given her or Arachne much attention. There's a couple of heroes that I'm not intentionally neglecting. It's just that they haven't come up. Since your Leon video came out, I'm now seeing people put Leon Dorian as only 2 in. It wasn't my video. I was just given permission to share it. Hero Wars on Facebook is really Titan Wars. Yeah. When writing drops, or all drops should be 1.5, not 1.10 for items. Okay. I can see that. I can see that. I've done Grain Arena on both, haven't I? I think I have. Yeah. Not Grain Arena. Guild War. I've done Guild War. Is it best to use energy daily or save the energy until an event? Valentin, if you're a free-to-play player and you don't have resources, it might be best to save the energy. But you wanna talk. Oof. You want to talk to your guild about that. Mira, I would love to be a part of those guild chats. Arcana is a pretty strong Maya player. I think you should include Arcana in those chats while everyone using the same team. Do you think she's a good counter to Aurora? Is that the play? I think that's the next big thing. Is how to counter Aurora. Free judge. Free judge. Judge gets no love. Gets no love. Maya's good against ODH. Maya on Twins team? Okay. I can't wait to see him, Mira. David, that's okay. David, you're in most of my live streams. I appreciate you. It's okay that you're joining late. Judge replaced Dante as most hated hero? No way. Judge is awesome. I want to build a team with Dante, Arachne, and Judge. Can it be done? Can it be done? Aurora is the new Astaroth? Yeah. Yasmin is Facebook only. Yes, Yasmin is Facebook only. Matthew. She has been teased coming to mobile next. The developers in an interview said that mobile was getting other heroes before Yasmin, and they got Corvus and Morgan. So 160 people? Wow. Oh, I've got 180 people watching right now. This is one of the biggest live streams I've ever had, I think. Let's see what my actual number is. Yeah, guys, please, it's saying I'm offline. Yeah, 180. 180 exactly. Please give me a thumbs up, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, Crystal. Got about 5 more minutes before we get into the rest of the day. Oh, this song is awesome. Watching twice, iPad and on TV. Nima, I appreciate you. Facebook got Corvus and Morgan shortly thereafter and mobile. So, Christian, I think that Facebook is suffering from, I want to make money as much as I can right now. And they saw how well mobile did adding those heroes, and I think they hastily added them into the game. That's what I think. Name of the song. This is it's called Wayfarer by Harris Heller. So the album is called Lone Wolf by Harris Heller. Harris Heller puts out 100% free to listen to music on Spotify and other sources. You can listen to it in the background in your live streams and in your videos. And this album called Lone Wolf has got like this 80s vibe to it that I just love it. 80s synth vibe. We got 1 million activity in the week we had Corvus Morgan. Oh my goodness. Turning the elements gets harder when my Titans get stronger. Yeah, I've seen that problem. Dave says Facebook is focused on cash players. Yeah. So, Dora, thrown together, I don't think thrown together is the right word, but I don't think that they intended on adding them as early as they did. I think that they were meaning to add them later on this year, but I think they were like, wow, mobile just made a ton of money. People are at home playing right now because of the pandemic, because of COVID. We should capitalize on this situation, and I think that's what happened. I 100% think that's what happened. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of the event had broken copy, like the names of some of the tasks and the name of some of the little things that were in there. I think that they were rushed. They didn't finish. They didn't polish it. That's just a guess that I've got, though. Yeah, I 100% believe that. They're like, people are at home playing right now. Let's get them playing our game more. This is one of the most, level up. This is one of the most pay-to-win games in all of the App Store and all of Facebook too. It's kind of crazy, Wrapping the live stream up here in a little bit. We're gonna work on the tier list. We've almost done tier list videos for every hero. I say almost. I think we're like 2/3 of the way done. And I'm really excited to work on that tier list. One Punch Man uploaded a new video. Yeah, somebody sent me the one of my viewers sent me the video of his fighting the elemental lords. I want to reach out to him to see if I can share it on my channel, but I keep getting sidetracked. SD4601, welcome back to Livestream. Yeah, SLR 150. It's bad news, man. No puzzles. No puzzles. Dante tier list. Valentin P. I have the graphic finished for the tier list, but I haven't polished it yet. So I guess not finished. The new tier list names. I have them, and I just haven't finished it. The best team for Cornelius, I wouldn't use Cornelius in a main team, Christian. I would sub Cornelius in a main team. You've spent $1,000 in 6 weeks? Woof! Jet and Cleaver tier list. Yep, those are coming. Maya tier list. Have I not done a Maya tier list video? Wasn't Maya the hero of the month a couple months ago? I could have sworn I did a Maya tier list video. This is just a fantastic song. Arachne? No, I have not done Arachne yet. All right, guys, let's get out of here. I'm gonna make some food. Go to the gym. Walk the dog. We got some guests coming over later this evening. We're gonna grill out. Pretty excited. If you guys want to see my tier list video early, you need to be a member of the YouTube Guild. At least a green member. Or a member of my Patreon. I'll be posting that video soon. When is the right time to focus on Team 2? Girish, the right time to focus on Team 2 is around 400K on mobile and around 500K on Facebook. But that number varies. That number varies. And there's some logic behind it. The reason why. But what is better, your Bob team or your Bob team except with Jet and Sebastian instead of Faceless and Martha? I think the excuse me, the Sebastian Jet version is more random, but has better chances of winning against certain teams. They're different. They're different. My views get Martha. Excuse me. Without knowing the rest of your team, Martha, you can get Helios from the campaign. I would do Martha. Valentin P, yes. Or maybe it's 350-ish. So okay, so I'll touch on this real quick before I end. So let me I'm gonna kill this music. So the math behind starting a second team has to do with counter teams. So it goes like this. So my Kark team, right? My Kark team is, let's just say 500K. Let's just say my Kark team is 500K. So if I'm not gonna do that. If my Kark team is 500K and I can improve it to 550,000, then that's great. But the argument is the counter team, like the team that counters my Kark team. If there's diminishing returns after a certain point. because the counter team, no matter how much better you make your main team, the counter team for that team will still win. So for example, if I have a 500k Kark team and there's a 400k counter team to my Kark team, and that 400k team beats my team every time, right? The 400k versus my 500k. If I level my team up to 600k, will that 400k Kark team, I'm sorry, the 400k counter team beat my Bob team? And yes, it will. It will on occasion. It will on occasion. It will a lot of the time. So the argument that becomes, if my Kark team is already beating all the teams I'm supposed to be beating, but losing to the teams that I'm supposed to be losing to, then investing another 50,000 power isn't going to help me or hurt me either way. So that at that point, that's when you start leveling up other teams. That's when you start, in my opinion, that's when you start leveling up your second team. When you get to the point that your main team is beating all the teams it's supposed to be and losing to the teams that it's supposed to lose to. That's kind of a nice, easy answer. Yeah. All right. Now we're shutting it down. Jigsaw, good to see you. We got to go. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.